plays games with Steve
and Angel.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. I've already stated quite a few times that it was my client. However, can't overlook his tampering with the scene of the crime. Hold it! I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job.
Yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you.
However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, I am the one who knocks. My clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. de Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt.
Oh, my client did the... Ooh, okay. Hold it! Are you talking about the button and the knife?
Yes, and my business card.
Oh, this card.
So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy?
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
He's pretty devoted to his work.
But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook.
It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. Well, pretending to be the first person to discover the cover into the scene. Hold it! So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing?
That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi, too.
No. I already told you. I have no intention of ever using your services. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Adrian already knew from the very beginning that Engarde was dead. Hold it! From the very beginning?
That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times.
I wonder if that's really true.
That's odd.
Ooh, but even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. Hold it! So why do you think your client did that?
What do you mean by why?
Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Engarde.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall.
The act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. Hold it! And that's all you have to testify?
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again? As in you plan to continue?
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. The fourth Hokage.
Oh,
actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse me? No. I'm fine, really.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man that judge thinks I am now.
What are you going to do now, Phoenix?
All I can do now is expose the lies.
That's true. However, you realize that that will be very bad for our clients, right?
I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. So he thought one of the things was funny. One thing I can't. Like I had to frame for the other crime by pretending to be the first person. I think already knew from the very beginning that Engarde, I forget which one they thought was funny. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead.
To save you time, it was that one.
Okay. Back. I already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But would I press it again, or would I present something? You already knew that they were dead? Adrian already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. That can't be true, because... I'm trying to remember what she said that we, like, disproved. I mean, we were like, oh, it's weird that you would think that he's dead when he... Oh, but he didn't have the knife. She thought that he was just kind of laying there. Crime photo. So when she walked in here, there was no knife. She planted that knife, supposedly, and removed the button and then tried to frame Matt. The juice. I'm already kind of forgetting why the juice was just like dumbly left there.
It's a good thing you can't go look at it for like read about it.
I'm looking for.
Oh, it's the other way. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You tend to go the opposite way. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Found next to the victim. It's filled with Do you
remember why this is here?
Found next to the victim. It's filled with tomato juice and has Andrew's fingerprints on it. God, why is that there? I forgot. Like I know that it was suspicious that because it was like left untouched, and like she had knocked over like the vase and like all the other things that were on the dresser. She left it there, but why? Ooh, Professor, could have been hit.
I'll give you some up because this was a while ago, but I mean you're right. It is weird. Why is this wine glass here? Like, you know, she poured a whole glass of wine, tomato juice, and then just left it there. But isn't that, and why is that weird? Because
why is that weird?
Like at a scene where there's a body.
Because like she should be upset and shocked.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
If you don't remember this, but she was like, "Yeah, I didn't know he was dead. I poured this tomato juice, and then I realized he was dead after that."
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
But she did know.
Did she when she first walked in? Remember, you were right. The knife was not. She did that knife.
Yeah.
Right? So again, she said this already. She was like, "Oh, I thought he was dead," and. Or, I'm sorry, I didn't know he was dead, so I poured like a glass of juice or whatever.
So that was the truth?
I mean, at this point, what reason would she have to lie, right?
Right, okay. So she really did just kind of fumble the ball and like super tamper with evidence. So, okay. She knew that he was dead. So this is it, I think. Objection! Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. de Killer.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered.
But how do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass?
Mr. de Killer's supposed client thought Miss Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
That's not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind. That's
I
right.
see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? Tisk, tisk, tisk. I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all.
Ooh.
How strange.
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Huh?
Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, I am surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Ah, I'm sorry.
That sounded like an awfully weak objection to me.
Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well.
Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies on those items. Do.
This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. I'm perfect.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Dun dun.
Dun dun.
About a week ago. Hold it. 1 week ago? Are you sure?
Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Please, stop.
In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
A specific date and time? It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. Hold it! Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
The bear?
My client spoke of it.
I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
You must be talking about this bear puzzle.
Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
It was very important. The testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is... the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet?
Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that.
Oh, really?
Witness, please continue with your testimony.
I don't get a little ding for being cringe.
That was so cringe, Mr. Wright.
Man, it's just like almost all like 1 HP left. Hold it! So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was that brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
You know what? It was very important. Of course it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. de Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews?
I guess so.
See, it is just as I said.
No, that's not what no, you tricked me. I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here?
Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
Now then, will the witness please continue?
Do that again.
Oh, again?
Yeah, go back. Do it again.
The same one.
Yep.
Hold it.
Just skip through it.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna read it through again, but you don't have to do that again.
Go on. Yeah, press further.
Okay.
I'm just saving you time because when it's like stuff like this, it's like it's just gonna take forever, and it's not your fault. It's just like, you know, how are you supposed to know that versus this?
Yeah.
It was not important.
Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him.
Oh.
That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
It was very important. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Really?
If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well.
From the moment I saw him... Okay, so the contradiction to me is the gender. So I just present her, right? Objection! I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time?
Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy?
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
What?
Shelly de Killer. You've never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Why would you say that?
Because you made one very big slip-up about her.
So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman.
Oh,
Oh, God. Oh, gender.
Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following: that he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. de Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
Ew, sweating oil.
It's you who.
Oh, God.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see.
Unluckily for Mr. de Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What? What is going on? Shelly de Killer, this court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
I know he's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth.
Part 2. You have to give him a little voicey voice.
Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't do... Oh, that's right, because his text is green.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client.
What if I was your voice director and it's like, you got to do a little voicey voice?
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, can my big strong man do another voicey voice for me?
I'm gonna go, I think. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man.
Wow.
So you took this job through a letter.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he is definitely lying. Be careful,
Phoenix. Okay, I'll go home too. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us.
I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Wow, gay.
Wow, gay. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Doo-doo. I remember I took the request by mail. Bullshit. Hold it. Didn't you just say that you always meet your clients?
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
But didn't you meet your client this time?
No, I did not.
Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Angel, do your silkiest voice.
Oh, come now.
Ooh.
Enough with this game of cat and mouse.
Steve, do your silkiest voice.
Okay, enough of this game. Of
All right, enough of this game,
cat
okay?
and also cat.
Oh, I got the vapors from that.
Come on, Steve, do your silkiest voice.
All right, what line am I reading again?
Try this line right here.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, this is Steve Yurko saying, use your silkiest voice. Then I'm going to listen to this once Jay finishes. I'm like, ah, that's what I sound like?
All right, then. Just cough it up and confess.
Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words and make them use a silky voice.
Like, damn. The hell I can't.
Can my big, strong man do a big, silky voice?
Ooh.
You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. de Killer met with his client?
I don't have any proof as far as I know. Now that, do you have any proof that, okay, hold on. Can I look at my shit? Where's my shit? Not his camera. That he met with his client beforehand, right?
Steve, you take judge.
Okay.
Picture card. Lotta's photo. Let me read this again. Do you have any proof that Mr. de Killer met his client just like at all or before the initiation? Like, what are they asking?
Just, do you have any proof that they met?
Period? Like at any point?
For arranging the job.
For arranging the job.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go back, just look at them all together. Guitar case, suicide report, no. There's a calling card, was placed next to the victim. At the time of the murder, Miss Andrews was carrying it. I don't think it would be that.
I'm just going to ask you, is there any time this has ever come up like, oh yes, Shelly de Killer and Matt Engarde met to discuss the job in person?
In person? Like, to discuss the job? Oh, beside, like, because I'm thinking about, like, Will Powers' like, testimony where he said, like, he caught them, like, conversating.
But you don't have any, do you have any evidence?
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so I don't have any proof. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I see. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. That was quite good, yes. I don't even know who he is, but fuck that guy. Mia's like laughing. It's like, Mia, come on. Oh, it's funny.
Oh, Phoenix, I'm dead. Let me have this.
There have been times when I'm having it, where when I took a job without having met my client. Hold it! And why could you not meet certain clients?
Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. You're judged now.
Oh, yeah. Nice business opportunities?
It kind of leans a little Mo. It's kind of funny.
On top of which, the times have changed.
I should switch it up a little bit.
It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times and now take requests via TikTok.
I'm with it. I have Riz.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
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 In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down.
Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and...
From the front to the back, I checked the email.
The quest was for the murder of Margarita and 2 or 3 other small things. Hold it! 2 or 3 other things?
You know, I feel like we need to do like a culture swap. Like, I'll show you some home stars, and what would you show me? Simpsons? Even though I've seen it, but like choice Simpson quotes.
Like you've seen like a good.
See, the thing is, I've seen a good number, but I don't retain it like in my brain.
Yeah.
Like you do.
No, the one time we did watch Simpsons together with like Dave, that was a really good time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like what else I would show you.
Oh, maybe SpongeBob would be better.
SpongeBob, I think would be
Because I watched SpongeBob, but I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
Like you guys do.
I would probably just take the opportunity to show you gayer things. So just like bombard you with Pose and Drag Race.
Well, see, this is different because we're talking about quotability stuff. Maybe it's like
It could be.
you bring SpongeBob, you bring Simpsons, I bring Homestar.
You said Pose. I thought you were just gonna like name all the Teletubbies.
What? Oh yeah,
and
all
your
the
Tinky
Pose.
Winkies and your Dipsies.
Dipsies and Lala. You gotta remember Lala.
All right.
Yes.
Yes. And what were these other things?
A few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I push his buttons the wrong way and he gets mad. Ooh. Let it go. Let it go. Taylor sounds like one sharp man. I should try to find a better way to do this without making him suspicious.
Let's continue with the testimony. Witness, if you please.
No, be braver. Go back and do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's an angel.
Oh, no, not you. You're fine.
Yeah, just kidding.
My name is Judge.
Good.
Judge.
Press the.
My name is Judge.
Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney,
Yes?
everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
That's,
Have you noticed the radio looks like him?
Oh,
I love
with
that.
the
Yeah, I love that.
And does he also have like a monocle, or did he have glasses?
Yeah. Is he not in the court record? Maybe he isn't.
He totally is.
Isn't John Doe there?
Oh,
Yeah, both
of them
versions,
are,
yeah. Yep, he's got a monocle.
both versions. This is his alter ego.
Yeah.
This is my dark side.
No, that's the alt art.
The Incredible Hulk and then Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he does have a monocle.
Yeah.
He looks so peaceful, though. Why would he?
But he's a fucking murderer.
I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one,
Wait. Oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. All right, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? I mean, he said, yeah, do it. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase.
And then what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client? Interesting.
Shrimpteresting. You're the judge.
That's right.
I can keep stealing it like Angel does.
No, sorry. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish.
One of these was the one the bear and put it in the middle. Hold it! I found this figurine at Mr. Engarde's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there?
I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Engarde, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
Retreat from Engarde mansion living room. I won a puzzle with a hollow inside. Only Corrida and Andrews know how to open it. The problem is he doesn't know who he gave it to. There is a contradiction. So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that statement there's a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here,
He will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence.
she's right. So now what, Dr. Wright? The theme has been to be brave, so I shall be brave. Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for it at Engarde Mansion. Is that correct?
Yes, where are you going with this?
Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly.
Well, what?
This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have
Been the recipient of this bear.
B-Core. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear.
While Angel's thinking this over, SungWon, check your phone.
For no reason. Only Corrida and Andrews know how to open it. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear because I don't think it's possible for Miss to have been the recipient of this bear because she took it earlier from you when it was just the arm. I don't know how to prove that. The photo photographer is a murder scene. She didn't know it was forged. Let's take the bear. Empty, there's no water. That's Corrida's fingerprints. That's never been relevant, as far as I know. Ooh. Stolen the night of the murder. There's a photo of... No, not that one. Where's the photo? That's a crime photo. There's a photo of her in the costume. And I don't know at what point... Well, yeah, because he was napping. So she was in the costume. So why would he have it? Picture taken. Ooh, okay. This is the train of thought, right? Because it was her in the costume. And this is a picture of her in the costume. That's my train of thought. And I haven't made a boo-boo yet. So let's make a boo-boo. Take that. So what do you think? Witness? Mr. de Killer?
Oh, I'm sorry. I went to visit the water closet for a second.
Uh-huh.
Took a fat shit. Mr. Attorney, I think it's time I stated this in terms even you can comprehend. If you ask me any more of these pointless questions, there will be no mercy.
Oh. Yerk.
Now I would like to move on with my testimony.
All right, so go back.
Hurt my boo-boo. Okay. To that statement.
Yep.
One of these is to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. Do I have to go back and press it and go back to where I was again?
So you can actually just present here, but so you had to think. Okay, so press 1 to hide. Let's see what it says. So one of these. According to the killer, he was like, "Yeah, Adrian Andrews asked me to give the bear figurine to her."
Yeah.
Okay. Now something you need to think about is why did Adrian Andrews want this figurine?
For the suicide note.
Okay, because what was she gonna do with it?
Burn it.
Okay.
But there was still a suicide note in there.
Because who knows how to open that bear?
Adrian and Juan.
Okay. So why does this not make sense then?
Was to find the bear figurine and to give it to Adrian Andrews. Why does this not make sense? One of these things is to find the bear figurine and to give it to Adrian Andrews. Why wouldn't it make sense?
The killer is saying, oh, well, I, got the bear figurine and I gave it to her. But why does that not make sense?
Because if she had gotten it, then then the suicide note would have been burnt, but it exists right here.
How interesting.
Okay. Objection. I just cracked my voice there. Shelly de Killer. If he had really given the bear to Miss Andrews.
Save.
Oh, save. So, loot.
No, you're good. Save.
Sabe. For no reason.
Not foreboding.
Oi. No more boo-boos beyond this point. Then this item should not have been inside it.
This item. I see where you're going.
Yep. That's where I'm going.
Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
I want to come.
Who's going to Hawaii?
No one should right now. Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. There's just too many tourists, and it's like really not a good idea to go around.
I mean, I know the situation, yes.
And I was going to burn it for her sake. Oh, Mickey.
I'm so dependent.
If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
That's true.
That's a good point. We're going to Hawaii? No, bad idea.
Oh, yeah. Order! So that's where you two were going?
So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means?
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh! Hello! Hello!
You recognize what I was doing?
No,
Steve.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, I was doing Miss Doubtfire.
I was doing Lego Island.
Hello!
A Lego Island!
Yeah, that's right.
Nah, I never played that or watched it.
It's a game, yeah.
You know what? If I could go on a vacation right now, I'd go to Lego Island.
I would love to go to Lego Island. Actually, Lego Island is a really boring island. It's like a gas station, a police station, like a racetrack, and that's it. Anyway.
But you could build your own racetrack.
There's a hidden pirate treasure cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes the Brickster gets away, and then you gotta chase
And then
after
you gotta throw pizzas at him.
Yeah. And he sounds like Squiggy. Anyway, order!
Dude, I wish we could play Lego Island on here so bad. That'd be incredible.
If there was a way.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr.
The next long play.
I would do a long play for sure. It's not that long.
Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Huh?
I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not...
That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do.
Wait, please.
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
Hold it. No, please, not that. Please wait.
Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise...
Safe.
Oh, Jesus. Ooh. Okay.
Go for it. There you go.
What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should...
Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll...
The prosecution,
What has come over everyone? Even you are...
The prosecution rests.
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I'm reluctant, I must believe that Mr. de Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelly de Killer's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
if I end the trial here, right now, you punch like a drunken rider. Is that true, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Then your client, Matt Engarde, sorry, really deflated the whole tension there. Well, we gotta do our thing.
Yeah.
Right here, right now. Then
All right, back in it.
if I end the trial right here, right now, then your client, Matt Engarde, will be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder.
Miss Andrews would be charged with murder.
Prosecution has no further questions.
Safe.
It's just like closer and closer checkpoints.
Well, there are no checkpoints is the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Engarde, to the stand. The items from de Killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out.
I can't believe it.
The outcome now lies in your hands.
My hands? Like little baby hands.
Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Huh.
Oh.
So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. The Mr. Engarde. You were atrocious as a lawyer, weren't you? Giving your client away like that, like this. Bleh. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap. It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer?
Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You better get Engarde a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty?
Savior.
Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. I was trying to be like frantic, like
No, I'm not laughing at your performance. I'm laughing out every time. Like, save.
Just something.
Yeah.
Just be sure.
okay. Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. All hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Engarde, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you?
Right.
I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Engarde, is...
Now, don't click anything yet. What would you do?
What would I do? Me, the person, Angel?
Mm-hmm.
My gut is like Maya... What she say is the most important. Like, she's the only one that is kind of like defying like everything else that we're like working towards, and it's like we're fighting for her. And it's like I mean, if I want to really think about it, it's like I could probably see Maya again in the spirit world, and she'll just haunt me like, what the fuck, like I don't know, like she would understand. And I would just want to like be true to Maya. That's what I would do. Also, fuck this guy. So he is guilty, and I think I would pick guilty. And I would hope that, you know, in this kind of game where we kind of just hope that like good triumphs over evil, that, you know, if we just trust our heart, everything will be okay. What am I quoting when I say that? Like, it'll be okay. There's like a maybe like another video game that like where that's a thing.
It's okay. We don't have to think about it.
Like if you just it's Danganronpa. That's what I'm thinking of.
Somehow it's always Danganronpa.
It always comes like Danganronpa.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah.
I am curious just for the, you know, just for shits and giggles to see both sides. Not guilty. I can't pick not guilty.
Okay.
I want to pick guilty.
So,
is it okay?
pick not guilty.
What? Pick not guilty for real? You want me to pick not guilty?
So you're deciding guilty, right?
Yeah, he's guilty. Man,
But just try not guilty.
okay.
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Engarde, your client, deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Engarde is... Oh! Oh! Oh my god. Franziska von Karma! What are you doing here? Oh!
Sorry.
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Oh, we jumped the gun a little bit, Steve, but that's okay.
Yeah.
This is exactly why you should never... Just pretend you press guilty. It's fine. This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this.
This coat? What a
What a filthy old coat this is.
That's Gumshoe's. I could spot his tattered rags anywhere. Rags, damn.
I apologize for its ugliness and its smelliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in.
Oh shit, did Gumshoe wear this? I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy, nasty, musky ass coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence?
Oh.
This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What?
Objection! Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. Steve.
Sorry, I'm so not used to playing the judge. That throws me off. Yeah. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here.
Who took a judge last game in the 5th case? Was it Angel or was it you?
I think I remember playing judge
Got
at
it.
1.2. All right, very rarely. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court.
Save now.
Okay.
Okay.
So this time I have to put not guilty.
No, basically, sorry, we kind of jumped the gun.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Franziska reveal was still good though.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you mean by jump the gun? It's just
Don't worry about it. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are the items left by de Killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The Killer left 3 pieces of evidence. White hat. What is it? Hat.
Silk hat.
Robe or cape and
White roses.
I wasn't there for that trial.
Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there'll be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it.
That's all we could hope for.
The first item is a pistol.
Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? The killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Well, it would just have his prints on it, so I think more details are not needed on this.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sure there was no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. Okay, so give it.
The second piece of evidence is this videotape.
Yes! I bet the killer took that from Engarde Mansion. Question for more details.
Man, Gumshoe drove a car into a lamppost to bring that gun, and he was like, I don't want that.
Yeah, it's just a gun.
Yeah.
Have you checked the contents of that tape?
Unfortunately, there was no time to.
Oh, yeah.
But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
What?
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelly de Killer is no ordinary man.
Came in there all John Wick.
Oh, so I could have questioned all of them?
So last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform.
Is that a uniform from the Gateway Hotel?
Gatewater, even?
From the Gateway Computer Company? Was that used during the crime?
I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets.
There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder.
There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
There's a button missing on this uniform.
Oh.
A button.
It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue.
Bellboy button.
That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought.
And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelly de Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
It is, who is the client?
Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Hold it! Wait, Your Honor! Please, allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he?
Is this the end?
Phoenix.
I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there?
I think you're wrong. I think they do exist.
They do exist.
They do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now.
But no matter how you think about it, it's...
Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us.
It's 2?
The first, make Engarde wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Huh?
The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Engarde himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go.
That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible.
The second way, force the killer to end his contract with Engarde. If the killer were to no longer think of Engarde as his client, then he would let Maya go.
Mia, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else.
I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. But if you can make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle.
The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them.
Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked out for us?
The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around?
Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it?
The person who needs the evidence.
The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there are people who have not seen them all. And those people do not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
Objection!
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I'm not saying it's us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Jesus.
Then you want to show the evidence to that person?
Save now.
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
One chance.
Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
Objection! That's impossible to turn the situation around in one try.
One try. That is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking Engarde down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to?
What would your answer be?
Ooh.
Yeah, but don't pick it.
I think... Okay, so there's two ways that we can get out of this. It's... We either convince Matt or we convince the killer. And it's either... Matt begs for a guilty verdict, or we convince the killer to betray his client, or just not see him as a client anymore. I mean, we can, call services and then just like have him kill him. It's fine. So I'm thinking it's either of them two. We can't use any of the new evidence. It has to be old evidence, correct?
Well, they didn't say that.
Oh, okay, that's
And all
what
that
I
stuff is
thought.
added to your
They added all that stuff.
Oh, that's true. Am I fucked for not wanting to like press further on the gun?
No, you're good.
Okay. I was like, oh, well, now there was not going to be a description on it because you didn't provoke it. Okay. Okay. My thought goes to the video.
Okay.
Because we want to know, like, only that video would show what actually happened.
What is that video? Like, what was the purpose of that video?
That video was to watch his client get offed. Because it was in the bear to ensure that it happened, right?
More than that, I think.
Oh.
Because think about it. I mean, do you want help right now?
Let me think about it for just a second. Sorry, let me see if I can even verbalize those thoughts. Because I know long silence is kind of frustrating. Why would he want it? Put it in the bear. He had a transceiver. And okay, and it was being shown at the mansion, right? Or transceived there, that the TV, and they had like a satellite there, and the tape was potentially there, and we were looking for it. So supposedly it might have been, streamed or shown to Matt, but why would he want it? He was probably trying to catch the suicide note, maybe? But we don't know that. I mean, if we caught what was in that suicide note, we would, that video was probably the only chance of catching what was on it, like before it was forged. So potentially Matt would probably want to know what's in it. Because it has a secret that he doesn't know about, possibly? That's my thoughts. You were very quiet.
But don't click anything.
Okay.
So, again, I have to wait until you ask me for help.
Okay. Professor, can I have a hit, please?
Okay. So I'm going to say that train of thought is not the way to go.
Oh, okay.
Now, you said something like, oh, well, he just wanted to make sure the job was done. But he would know the job was done if, because upon Corita's, he died, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like he needs, like, oh, I gotta confirm that Juan died. He will know Juan died, right?
Right.
And he knows, you know, who did it. So think, what other reason would Matt Engarde want to
Have video evidence?
Yeah, why would he want that? Think about Matt Engarde himself, like what kind of person he is.
He is a scummy piece of shit. Well,
Sure.
I guess he probably has video evidence of like Adrian tampering with it, and he could possibly use that to frame her. So that he could, I mean, she was his manager, and I guess maybe he possibly didn't want her to be a manager anymore.
What did Matt want to record? I don't know if you remember.
To record in that scenario for the
Yeah.
killing.
You're thinking too much about like the, well, maybe not now, but the note is not, that's not what we're, what act did he want to record?
The kill.
Why
Possibly.
do you think he would want that recorded?
Oh, maybe he wanted to expose the killer.
Well, not necessarily expose, but do what with it? Like, if he has a recording of the killer
He would
killing
be,
someone,
He'd be famous, probably.
not.
Well,
that.
maybe, or I don't know. I don't know if he cares about being a hero and like, look, it's him. Book him. No.
SungWon, correct me if I'm wrong. Matt Engarde did talk about this.
Yeah, he did. That's why I'm trying to get them to remember.
Oh, what he actually wanted?
Yeah, but I'm trying to get you to remember.
Oh shit. What else would he want?
Okay, the killer doesn't know about this tape, right?
I didn't know about that.
Right? I mean, Matt, well, because again, Steve, this was all talked about already, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
I was just making sure
the
my
killer,
memory wasn't playing
the killer doesn't know about this tape. Matt Engarde taped this. Why do you think he wants this tape?
Why would he want this?
Just think about why would like a scummy guy like this record this?
As a trophy?
No.
To record it. The killer killing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember what Mia was saying? Mia's like, we got to turn this around.
Right.
And she said, like,
Let me look at
what Mia was saying was, there's one person that hasn't seen all the evidence yet.
I need to look at the autopsy report again real quick. Strangled with a scarf.
Maybe you're just too good of a person. I don't know. Okay.
Oh.
So, okay.
Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Strangled with a scarf.
Matt Engarde has on tape the killer on tape killing someone. What possible use could he have for that tape?
To to jack off to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe you're wrong, SungWon. I don't think Angel's that good of a person.
That's where they went with it, yeah.
Okay. What's the scummiest thing that he could do with?
Okay, it
this
doesn't have to be
tape?
that. I'm just saying, like someone like Matt Engarde who's like, yes, I'm, yeah, you know.
I guess to have proof that he didn't do it. It was like someone else.
Man, maybe we think differently. Okay, Angel, I have on tape.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Angel's not wrong with that train of thought. To have proof that someone else did it. Okay.
Sure.
So Matt
Yeah.
Engarde has that.
Okay.
So to cover his ass? Because he's the one being convicted. It's like, oh,
It's
you're
not
the murderer.
But see, it's not
like,
just that. Okay. Angel, I come to you and I'm like, or let's say I have a tape of you doing a crime.
it's blackmail?
Doesn't that seem like, why else would you want to record this happening?
Right, okay.
Okay.
So he wants blackmail on the killer?
Okay. So if that were the case, Now, don't click it. Who should we show this evidence to get us the result we want? Don't click it. Just say.
To Shelly de Killer?
Okay. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Pick old bag.
What? What? What?
Pick old bag. Yeah, all the clues were all there, detective.
I
See. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
Oh, you gotta show him the badge.
Are you serious?
Yeah. The clues were all there, detective.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't have anything to say to this. Angel, I was joking. Why did you pick those?
Oh my god.
How about you, Miss Von Karma?
Well, I was just shot, so...
I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue.
What?
No one understands what you are talking about anymore.
Wait, please, one more chance.
That is enough, Mr. Wright.
Angel.
I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Matt Engarde, not
Guilty.
Hey, that's awesome. Hey,
Got the confetti and everything.
We did it. Maya's gonna be okay.
That is all. This court is adjourned. Should I take over this party?
No, I kind of want to do Go ahead, Steve.
And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone.
Oh my god.
I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course.
Of course.
Of course. He's found guilty, of course.
Oh, here it comes.
The miracle never happened.
Oh, they fixed it.
Oh,
Anyway.
maybe it was never meant to. Maybe it was never meant to be a typo. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist.
Okay. I still wanted you to see this.
Hell of a playthrough.
Well, anyway.
Damn, what a bummer.
Yeah, you know, like the first game ends on such like a high.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of
Kind of sucks that this is the
since
last
it's like
one.
the second one. I guess I kind of
Well, just so we're safe, go load it real quick.
Yeah.
Continue. Yeah. All right. From save point. All right. I'm disappointed because they fixed it in
Yeah, what
the
was the typo?
original. It's a typo. It says the miracle never happened.
The miracle.
It's such an iconic typo.
Yeah.
That it's like a meme in the fandom because the miracle never happened. But they fixed it. Aww. They fixed this typo, but not the 100 type. Anyway, go through this
Wow.
because yeah. I also want to say Jay actually made a really funny edit for case 3 that we told him not to post in that episode because it was a spoiler for that moment.
Yeah.
But Jay, go ahead and play it right here. All right, time to take on this monkey attorney style.
Oh, yeah. Yikes!
Ah!
Game over.
Game over. He just gets torn to pieces.
Turns out, you know, there was 2 game overs in this game.
Yeah,
but-
and Angel, you'll see that way later. It's
Yeah.
a pretty funny edit. But anyway, go through this. We read all this.
Oh, yeah. You can't hold down B, of course.
Yeah, but I was just like, we gotta show you the bad ending.
It is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said it didn't have the funny typo in it.
The miracle never happened.
I forget because I think I experienced the bad ending first, but I think like I forget. I feel like I knew or something
Yeah.
ahead of time.
Yeah.
Must be a way to.
But yeah, sorry, we distracted you because the whole guilty or not guilty thing. We thought that was it,
but
the
that
point
was
of no
not it.
return. And even I did because I was even double checking, and the way this like walkthrough.
It's a
was,
very confusing
I was just like,
walkthrough.
oh, okay, so it's coming up now. But
Yeah,
it turns
yeah.
out it was like this was gonna come
All right,
up
so,
soon.
but for real, who are we showing it to?
Well, Shelly, and then we're gonna show him the tape. I
Okay,
think.
go for it.
But I also want to ask. They said there's 2 ways out of this. Is there like an alternate route?
You'll see.
Oh,
But go with your gut for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's Shelly de Killer, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would I have gotten shit if I'd be, oh, John Doe?
No, it was so funny though for you to be like, Matt Engarde, and I should show him the tape. And Matt Engarde's like, cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's like, I thought that would have worked. Seems like Matt Engarde got everything he wanted.
Oh, fuck.
I think I was like, thank you for returning this to me.
Yes, my tape. Thank you for showing me.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
I see.
And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
The gun!
All right, stick him up. All right.
All right, enough of your radio ass.
Take that!
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness.
Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
All right. Looks like they got a hold of him. Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence.
Yes. One is all I need.
One is all you need.
I have here a videotape that was found at your hideout. Heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable.
I'm sorry, he did know about it, but anyway.
However, it was an order.
Oh, wait. No, sorry, anyway.
It was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
That's right, he doesn't know what's on it.
Oh, I thought so. I didn't think so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you're in this tape.
Me?
There's a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Oh, hi.
I just want this giant bear head to just turn and face
Oh,
camera.
God.
Whoa!
It's just jump scare like runs to this
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Your actions were being recorded.
What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted a camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Give me that whip. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Yeah, give your answer. You can't answer, Angel. Give your original answer.
Why did Matt Engarde film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to see Juan Geddes. Didn't trust your skills. I don't know. You could have done better here and probably shot him there. And
If we had not talked about it, which one would you have picked? At this point.
I think Blackmail of these 3 makes sense.
Yeah, of these 3, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they
It
said.
was like 10 years ago.
God.
But I'm no weakling.
No, do it real.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the line.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't imagine it.
No, I remembered, yeah.
Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I could keep him at bay, and even
Blackmail him if I want.
Oh,
Do you hear
wow.
that, Angel?
Blackmail
him. You want to write that down?
Want to commit that to
Angel?
memory? I got it memorized.
Oh,
Wait.
God.
Do you want me to text you that later as a reminder? Do you want me to make a Google event? I was blackmailing him.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
I'm not actually mad at you.
Oh, okay.
I'm mad at him. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. Oh! Shocked Pikachu face. What do you have to say to that, Shelly de Killer? I thought it would have an angrier sprite. Oh yeah, like this one.
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes. By a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client.
I have one question for the witness. Yes. You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the de Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
Ooh.
Damn, that sucks. I see. That's all I wanted to know.
So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
my contract with my client is over as of now.
Ooh.
I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
Oh, what the? I'm not an item. Boop. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, God.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened with the client and the witness, and I go, ah! Oh, sorry. Miss Von Karma, where did that...
She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict.
Ooh, pee your pants. Mr. Engarde,
Pee your pants.
looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You'll finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy.
But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video.
Help me!
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle.
Yeah.
Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you.
Right,
All right.
Chief.
Now I can do this for real because we kind of
Okay.
messed up earlier.
He's guilty. He did it. He did it.
He did it! Yeah!
Loisimos, he did it. Mad on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here.
Me? My wonderful self? Guilty?
You've gotten an acquittal the instant you set foot out outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore.
Any way you look.
No! Guilty, guilty, guilty! Guilty, guilty, guilty!
Oh, God.
Sucks to suck, you bitch.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Damn.
I mean, I did
All of us together.
I mean,
the best friends
I
gang.
did extend the trial like several times for your ass.
Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt Engarde?
I have left Ms. Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now.
Damn.
Very good.
A little jealous.
That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. This trial was the first time I had stood on the witness stand, and when I did, I really felt hopeless. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
This witness, how should I put this? She is an illness. So not my best moment, but if you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
Ooh.
This is the guy who wrote that fucking note.
Yeah. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself and who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convince Matt, I felt like I'd finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, well, she is me.
Yeah, I know.
She's just like me.
I'm just like her.
It looks like we've resolved everything at last. As far as myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. That is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
I have no idea what's going on, but it's very sweet.
Seems like we're all vibing so good.
You were great out there, Phoenix.
What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Yes, I understand now.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Come back to SungWon and see if we're going, oh, save. Save. Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt Engarde, is...
And you said guilty, even though we made you do the other one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. You did pick guilty, so now
Yeah.
it's...
So you... Right?
Edgeworth.
I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really?
Pearls.
You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Pearl.
Yes, Pearl. She's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Ah, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya is safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow. Just a set of
You did it! Boom, boom, boom!
Oh! Ow, my balls!
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh.
What's wrong?
Ms. Von Karma.
About earlier. Thanks. Ow!
Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy?
I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago.
Edgeworth.
For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was... sorry. I was invited to a birthday party and no one showed up. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy.
Alright, since you made a joke too, I was also gonna make a joke. It's like, I can't believe that man defeated me. But then also Mia Fey, like, I had a piece of evidence she was holding on to herself that made the guy testifying admit to the crime. So technically it was Mia Fey that beat me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office and left an extremely confusing note. And I left that note, Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself of his defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant, but every time we did so...
Objection!
No matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man, that hot man, would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you.
The truth? Sorry. Hold on.
Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense lawyers exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me, this man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with is because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago, all those episodes ago.
God.
And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool!
Ms. Von Karma.
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Ah!
Child, it's like you're Edgeworth. You are no longer worthy. Therefore, your name will now be Edge.
Edge.
Franziska threw something on the ground just now.
This is an electromagnetic receiver.
Isn't that the thing she used to track Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe?
I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Ah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
Mine now.
Give me that. Add it to my weapon collection.
Nope.
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, Wright.
We can use it later.
Okay.
Nick! I'm
How do you
assuming.
know that wasn't Gumshoe?
Nick!
She wants to kisses him.
Mwah!
Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
That's all hug.
Oh! So beautiful.
She's so small.
You little baby.
Baby. Oh, Nick. I knew you would come through. You got Engarde and convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. Well, we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. See, yeah.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Death doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah. Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it.
Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're all right.
Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
It's like doing that finger thing where he like puts his two fingers together. Like,
Oh, I guess I did change a little bit.
oh, yeah. Oh my god, please feed her. All right. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
We work here.
Yeah, I don't think it's so bad.
This shitty, nasty, ugly place with a bunch of losers.
Knocks their hats over.
Hey,
Judge walks
that is
by.
extremely disrespectful.
Get your freaking hat off the ground, idiot.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
I'm gonna chase you like a cartoon.
No, please. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
No, don't press your look.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
No.
If you insist.
All right. So how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick. Food! God, I'm hungry, Joe.
Yeah.
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 Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Oh my god. I like the hair spikes through.
Gumshoe! Are you alright?
No. Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
A telephone pole? And it wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, city boy! I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai.
Just all Steve's characters.
All the Steve characters back. Hey, Mike Minkins! Alright, everyone, I'm gonna take your picture.
Thanks.
Now, looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, you might just kick it. Tonight, even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather around. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera.
Jesus.
Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now.
Look at how canonically wide he is.
Yeah. I'm a big boy.
You know, everyone in this, you know, like, even like Edgeworth and Phoenix are pretty, like,
Yeah, I was saying, like, really in the first series that, like, it makes me think, like, oh, like, Capcom is, like, you know, fighting games and stuff, so everyone kind of has, like, that thick build. It's like everyone is kind of thicky.
Yeah.
Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective.
How long have you been renting that suit?
It's real smelly.
It's the only one I got.
Me?
Oh, really?
You really think so?
Everyone else in this game, Angel, wears the same clothes, and you never complain. But all of a sudden, oh, Will Powers, you stinky boy.
Well, I'm thinking, like, he's renting that suit for the event, but he's been wearing it for, like,
This is
3
how
days
I dress now.
Oh, okay.
I spend all my money on it. This is why I'm poor.
I guess min-max your clothing, I guess, so you're set for the best scenario? I don't know.
He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. The miracle never happened.
Well, you know, it's...
Oh, he has brain damage.
Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things total, sir.
Oh.
It's going to be so funny. Like, oh, wait. It's like, I just remembered. Because the accident, I've forgotten so many things. Who am I?
Who am I? Am I Santa Claus? What?
4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
There was a 4th item? Oh, come on, y'all. It's over. Well, hoo boy, I'll tell you. You really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh?
You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So, to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture.
Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went.
Aw, that's too bad.
Well, it's all right. It wasn't anything important anyway. I can't even draw a stick figure.
Ah. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again.
Just gonna let him run.
What is it, Edgeworth?
This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Oh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location.
Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Uh-huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
You've eaten way too much, you glutton.
I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait.
What?
Chicken butt.
Damn it!
They run off.
Roll the credits. No, I'm kidding. I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there.
If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right?
I feel like words alone aren't enough here.
Time to kiss.
I wonder if there's anything I could give him to express how I feel.
All right, hold on.
Oh, no. Here's a whip. You know what to do with this.
That whip.
Here's a gun. You know what to do with that.
Do you know what to give?
Uh...
Because I think I actually got this wrong when I played.
Oh, here's my card.
You know what? You joked. Give the whip.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I definitely got this wrong when I played.
What's this? What's this?
Sorry. Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her.
You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya.
Yes, Burley?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly? Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway. So, who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kind of already put your name on the bill.
Wow.
Huh? Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It'd be better, it'd be better anyhow.
It better be anyhow.
Better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
What?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Aw, you don't need me to be... Yeah. It ain't over yet. You don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
All right, then. If you say so, should we do it on the count of 3?
1, 2, 3. Objection! And that's Justice for All. There's probably going to be some dialogue we have to read, though, in the credits.
Yeah.
Oh, reprise our roles. You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. God, I have to read these fast.
Yeah, they go pretty fast. Oh, there's going to be an old bag fast part, I'm sure.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, get situated.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of, I think this hotel's a popular place for honeymooners.
Wow.
So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case.
Why didn't you pay for dinner?
Yeah.
I don't have any money.
You made a reservation.
You can do that and I have to pay.
You need a credit card.
Yeah. Well, I took yours.
Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it! Crashing headlong and everything is the only way to live, pal!
You've been working on your impressions.
Oh yeah, thanks.
They're great. Character graphics.
Graphics. This is you.
Oh, right. I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
Oh, Maggie. Oh, Maggie.
Oh, Maggie.
Maggie, no. Don't be a waitress, Maggie, no.
I would rather a waitress than a cop.
Yeah. No, they're both bad choices. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hadi. Oh, recently. Yes, that girl, you know. I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember if I even laid so much as an eye on her, it would go crack. Didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes.
I would have been happy if I never saw him ever again.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, like, because we wanted to savor every moment we have with Dr. Hadi.
God.
It's time to begin our quest of World Circus domination, sweetie! And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe!
Hey, Max! What do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think that there are castles made of cake? And bunnies who can talk?
No. I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Moe's jokes.
Just saying, hearing that voice of domination, I'm like, oh, it's just James.
To unite all peoples within our nation. Oh boy.
I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls, represent.
We got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it.
I'm gonna sing the song Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Oh. Hallelujah. What's this? Gran's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? I was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty. Any man who hasn't heard about this is going to feel the pain in my heel. Yes, they're going to feel the burn. And speaking of burn, playing with fire is very dangerous because after the warehouse is where they support the scenery and warm right down, and that causes you stake that.
Oh. Special thanks to Wendy Oldbag.
Thank you, Wendy Oldbag.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Oh. Thank you, producer.
Thank you, producer.
It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Find me on TikTok, Twitch,
oh God,
Instagram.
Buy the t-shirt.
Listen to my podcast.
You would not believe the latest client I had.
Oh?
Good.
International departure, gate 12. Finally got out of my cast.
Where are you going, Franziska?
How did you know I was here?
With this?
That's...
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his smelly, pukey. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things total, sir.
4 items?
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Franziska.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? Guess we can't use it later.
Damn.
I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews.
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma.
I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh.
I love her.
Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again.
Oh my god.
I'm punching my leg, it's so good. I'm punching my leg, it's so good!
Is that what?
Push my
That's what
leg,
Maya
so
drew!
good.
Maya drew it! Ah!
Nick.
Wow, what a case.
That's the game.
That was the fourth piece of evidence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would have...
I mean, it's just like a...
Like you know how like
okay.
the gun and like the other stuff wouldn't have really proved anything.
Okay.
Right.
But it's just like
But
a
it would have been like,
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow. So here we are at the end of another Ace Attorney. What are your thoughts, Angel?
Can't ask me that after we've been like working on it for so long when I'm like brain dead.
Well,
It's like,
we're not going to bring you back during another session.
I know. Well, yeah.
Well, did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. This was super fun because I've been spoiled, I think, for a lot of the things in the first game.
But this one's pretty fresh for you.
Yeah. That's why I really didn't know a
like
lot
I said
about
again, we thought you were spoiled for Matt Engarde.
So for that to not be spoiled is so good.
it. Yeah.
I will say this,
Yeah.
especially now because the first Ace Attorney playthrough is live.
Mm-hmm.
You have gotten so much better.
Yeah.
You still you
Really?
still get there's still some hiccups along the way, but understandable because this game is. I think
today's session you did great.
Yeah,
Not to say you didn't do, but I'm just like today, since we just did it.
but this game always like it's I just remember playing this game like I messed up a bunch of times and I sometimes didn't quite see where things were going, so I wouldn't feel too bad. But you were breezing through so many things without our help, so
That's good.
Ultimately, what matters most is that you're having fun. Are you having fun?
Yes.
I am, yeah. There's definitely like because I'm not playing it normally. Because if I was, I would be fucking up, be getting game overs, just trying things. I do, I end up needing a lot of your help. Like, so I'm at an unfair position where it's like I'm playing and like reacting for the first time, but it's like there's a lot of pressure. But despite all that, I am having a lot of fun. It is nice, like, you know, revisiting all these characters and like, you know, them fully fleshing out. I'm glad Larry Butts was like not in this at all.
Oh, want to know an interesting fact?
What?
In the anime series, for the episodes that adapted The Last Case, for some reason they decided to take out Lotta Hart
Put Larry in?
and put Larry
Oh,
in
that
instead.
fucking sucks, dude.
So Larry is the fucking paparazzo.
I think it makes sense in a callback sort of way where it's
But
like,
Larry
oh, like
sucks
he's,
so
I know,
bad,
I
yeah.
know. It's like, no, we shouldn't care
Makes more
about him.
sense to have Lotta, who's a photographer.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think it's like, oh, well, these are like a trio, right? Like we should, it's the last case, so we should bring him back, right? Like,
Yeah.
but it's like that, it just
Larry.
didn't work out that way. Like he's not fully developed. He's not great. No one's happy to see him.
Right.
It's kind of like the Kyrie problem, kind of.
The what problem?
The Kyrie problem, where they're a trio.
Oh,
but it's-
Kyrie. Oh, I
yeah.
see. Gotcha.
Nobody likes
and
Kyrie.
I don't feel the same way about like Larry Butts that I feel about Kyrie. I think like Kyrie just like, you know, she's not given anything, and I want to like her. I don't want to like Larry Butts. But yeah, anyway, like I'm, you know, I kind of like Lotta Hart, and
Yeah, you know, I don't mind her. Yeah.
maybe it took, you know, just seeing all the scum of the earth in one game to make me
Yeah, the worst NPCs imaginable.
And like what I originally kind of hated her was just like her sprite looking kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I've now seen worse. Larry Butts is a lot worse. And she's funny. I don't know. I think she's charming. And a lot of these characters, I was happy to see Old Bag again. I hope we'd see her again. I don't know. Don't say anything. Don't confirm. Don't deny. I'm having a good time. And I'm glad everyone else is having a good time, because it's a weird experience. This is both like it's an experience for the audience and it's experience for me. And, you know, I'm having fun, and I hope everyone else is enjoying sharing this with me.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the next stuff.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll have Angel on for the next one at some point, but we'll probably take a break for a while. But we're 2 games down, 1 more in the original trilogy, and then maybe some more after that. We'll see. But all right,
For now, justice has
been served
served
for all.
for all.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.